Hello yogis, today I've got a 25-minute practice which is all about moving, shaking, breathing, releasing, all that good stuff. If you've had a bit of a rough day, this will be a really nice practice for you just so you can let it all out. I've brought you outside with me today so you can practice with all the sounds that you'll hear around me, but if you feel a bit of music might help you express yourself, I've put a Spotify playlist just below me now. At the end, do leave me a comment and just let me know how you're doing. But if you're ready, roll out your mat and I'll see you on the other side. So yogis, welcome to your practice. Maybe you've come here after a rough day, or you've just come here to move your body. Either way, let's start by connecting with our body, with our breath and the ground beneath us. Placing your left hand on your belly and your right hand on your chest. Start by extending your inhales and your exhales. Switch to your conscious breathing now. Open and create space, ready for your practice. On your exhales, you can start to let out a little sigh and feel lighter each time that you do so. Inhaling deeply and letting out your sigh. Naturally, our body starts to relax as we sigh and create space. It's our natural body reaction to sigh when we need that space, when we take a breath, when we step out of something to observe it. So let's create that intentionally today. Sighing and feeling weightless. And as you're taking these deep breaths, I want you to start just doing some really subtle circles, grounding through your feet, transferring the weight of your body all around each side of your foot. So coming onto your toes, onto the sides, onto the heels, and the other side. Just doing these little circles. A little challenge for your balance, but you don't need to go round really far, just so that you can feel the weight moving around your feet. Grounding in our start of our practice. And then just change the direction of those circles. Really slowly. Establishing firm, strong roots to the ground. Closing your eyes if it feels safe to do so. And just observing and checking in with how that feels. And then just do your last little circle with your feet. And let's bring it back to center. So let's make our breaths and movement a little bit more bigger and expansive. As you inhale, I want you to reach and open your arms. And as you exhale, come in and hug your body. Squeeze it together. Inhale, expand. Exhale and hug together. So continue with this movement, with those big breaths. And observe what you are feeling today. If you've come here with pain, loss, frustration, anger, lack of motivation, whatever it is that was holding you back today, don't push it away. Allow space for it in your practice. Yoga allows us to just step outside of these emotions that are consuming us and allow them to be. Allow space for them in your heart without them dragging us down. We're not here to push or hide any feelings away. So whatever comes up in this practice, whether it's tears, sadness, manic laughter, however you need to express it, this is your practice, this is your mat, and this is your safe space. So allow it to be. A few more of these beautiful big breaths. And then retreat as you go and hug yourself. There's always a place you can go to. There's always a place you can retreat to. Hold and hug yourself. Inhale, expand. Exhale. And let's take our last one. Expand and hold the breath. And then a big sigh out the mouth. Let your arms fall beside your side. Beautiful, yogis. So now that we've created space for our practice, let's create some physical space by doing some twisty movements, letting your arms be really floppy here, letting them be passive, let them hit the side of your body, be playful, let it be fun. See how much sound you can make as your arms hit your sides, hit your back. At the same time, creating energy throughout our body. Movement creates energy, allows it to flow, allows anything that's unstuck to move around and express it. So that's what we're doing today, yogis, moving our body, expressing, observing, feeling these emotions. And you can make it as playful or as slow as you like. It's your practice. Give yourself what you need. Last few swings. And then just let your body, like one of those swinging ships, just naturally return back to center. And see how that feels. See if you can still feel your body moving and swaying in that motion. Observe any lightness that you feel, whether you still feel a little bit stuck to your mat. Let's unstuck that with some more movement. So let's just step a little wider in our goddess stance, and we'll just reach with some side lunges and some side bends. So transferring the weight from one foot to the other, but at the same time taking a little side bend in your spine. And then play with your speed, play with your breath, sync it up. Maybe you want to go fast. Maybe you really need to shake it off today. Or maybe you prefer it slow and controlled. You'll know what you need when you observe your body. Nice, yogis. Creating space for our emotions, for those feelings that perhaps brought you to your mat today. Yoga is not an escape, but it allows space to feel, to express, to be human, uniting your body with your mind, with your spirit. We're not separating. We're not running from each. We're bringing it all together on this bit of material beneath your feet. Or maybe you're practicing barefoot somewhere without a mat, really grounding and connecting. A few more on each side. Nice, yogis. Let's bring it in. So now that we've created a space for our emotions, we've allowed them space in our heart to feel them, to observe them. Let's really get some energy flowing through our body with a beautiful breath of joy. I'll demonstrate it first and explain it. If you've already come across this breathwork before, I love it. It's really fun. Definitely feel weightless afterwards, but observe how your body feels. If you feel a little bit dizzy throughout, you might need to hold off and return to it later. If it's the first time that you've done it, just go slow. But if you practiced with it, or if you've returned to this practice, then again, just play around with it, play around with the speed. That's what we're here to do, to explore our breath and our body. So explaining it, it's going to be 3 successive inhales and a big exhale release. But at the same time, we're going to be moving our body, moving our arms mainly. So it'll look a little bit like this. So that was 1 round. So we're not going to go for a particular number of rounds. We're just going to keep going for a certain period of time, and then afterwards observing any sensation or feeling that we've created in our body. So before we start, observe why you came to the mat today. How are you feeling? Where do you feel it in your body? I know it sounds strange, but these different emotions, sometimes you feel at the front of your chest, at the front of your mind, sometimes in your eyes, depending on what it is, maybe in your belly. Observe it now. Where are you feeling it? Where can you shake it off? Where can you step away from it and just allow it to be without it consuming you? So I'll turn to the side so you can see this movement, yogis, and you can jump in when you're ready and then find your rhythm. So let's go. And then play around with it. Make your exhale nice and big, nice and expressive. Let your hands flop down. Make your breath audible so that whoever's in the next room, in the next building can hear you getting rid. Moving, expressing. Listen to your body as well. If it feels dizzy, if you feel that you need to slow down, then do so. You don't need to keep up with me. You can go faster. If you feel balanced and safe, you can close your eyes. See how that feels. Just check in with the movement and the body. Keep going, yogis. Beautiful. Express it, allow it to be. Let's take our final few, make them count. Our last one, make your exhale really big. And slowly come up to standing. Stand a little bit wider than the hips width, palms out. Close your eyes and observe. Observe what you've created. Observe what you've released. Observe the space that you've built around these emotions. Observing and allowing them to be. Let those sighs come back if you need to. I always think the more audible, the more that you can connect with your breath, the lighter and more expansive that you feel. So let's move on to some sun salutations, but we're not going for down to the ground. We're just going to do some half sun salutations. So let's start with a big inhale. Expand your arms up, let your palms meet. Exhale, fall down to the ground. Inhale halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale up. Let's go a bit faster. Dive back down, straight into it. Halfway. Exhale. Reach up. Bow down. Sink in your breath to this movement. Inhale up. Exhale as you bow. Inhale to halfway. Exhale to bow. And then inhale, reach. So again, allowing energy, allowing movement in our body This is what we're doing. This is yoga. Remember, if you need to slow it down, then you can do so. Expansive breath. Let's go for our last few rounds. Exhale, forward fold. Reach up, and let's take our last one a bit slower. Exhale, swan dive. Halfway. Exhale and bow. And then inhale, reach up, arms all the way, let your palms meet. Once you've taken that big inhale, take a little bit more, inflate, and hold your breath. Keep it in there. Good, yogis. And exhale, let your arms come down. So again, this is a chance to observe your body after asana, after movement. Yoga is about stillness, just as much as it is about movement. Do you feel some space from when you arrived on your mat to how you're feeling now? Let's start to bring it down to our mat. Before we do so, taking the goddess stance that we took as we started our side reaches, you can place your hands on your knees for some support. Feel strong in your goddess. And we're going to take a big lion's breath, 3 of those in succession. So if you've never done it before, I'll demonstrate. It's not supposed to look pretty. You're going to inhale and then exhale everything out with your tongue out and eyes wide open. Again. Last one, yogis. I hope there's no one around. I'm good. Hope you're good too. If there is, who cares? So before we come down to the mat, let's just shake our body. Shake your arms, shake your legs. Create energy plan and move around your body. This is what today's practice is about. So let's do it right. A little bit more. Sorry if the microphone's making funny sounds. Sound like I'm sat on a washing machine. Shake it out. And stop. Feel that tingling, feel that sensation. All prana moving around your body, this life force. You can't destroy energy, but you create it and you can feel it. Beautiful, yogis. Let's come down to our mat. So, taking your right foot back, we're just going to come into a low lunge. And we're just going to, before we come all the way down, just twist to the side, take some nice detoxing twists. Kind of reach and push out with your arms, create expansion. And then let's switch legs. Step right foot in, left foot back. And let's twist around and push out. A couple more. And let's come down to our mat. Coming down onto your back first. Let's just take another little detoxing twist. So you can decide if you want to cross your right leg over your left or just knock them over to the left, but find a comfortable position and then come into a spinal twist. Take your gaze in the opposite direction to your knees. Arms can be out long or supporting your knee. I'm just doing a quick spider check. Make sure I haven't got anything crawling on me in the next couple of minutes. Kind of that love-hate relationship practicing outside. Beautiful, but full of bugs, mosquitoes and crawlies. And let's bring it into center. Cross over the legs or just take your knees over to the other side. Take a spinal twist. Beautiful deep breath here. Just because we're slowing it down, still allow space for the breath, filling anything you can find in your lungs. I know our body's a little bit twisted round, but there's still pockets you can breathe and expand. Last couple of breaths here. And then let's bring it into center. Let's just do a little bit more shaking, like a bug on the ground. Again, I just hope to God no one's walking past, or they'll probably ring an ambulance. Shake it out, shake your feet, shake your hands. I could invite them to join in. They'd probably run a mile. Shake, shake, shake. Bring your knees into chest. Forehead up to your knees, curl up. Take a big inhale here. And then your exhale. Expand down to your Shavasana. Palms out to the side, facing upwards. Shoulder blades tucked. Legs a little bit wider than your hips. Eyes open or closed. And just take a couple of inhales and sighs, just as we did when we started our practice. Big inhale, and then sigh it out. Inhale, yogis. And sigh. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Now this is your Shavasana. This is your space. So however long you feel that you need, you can hit pause and take a couple minutes more. But if you're ready, just bringing your knees in, turning to one side and just pausing there. Taking a moment. Grateful for this movement, for being able to do this with your body, to love your bad thoughts, your dark thoughts, and allow space for them. That's where you grow. These uncomfortable situations. Allow a moment to be grateful for your safety, for your freedom, and then something else that you are grateful for, whatever it might be. Feel it all around your body. Out loud or in your head, say thank you, 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 thank you. And then slowly coming up to a seated position, ready to close our practice together. hands at heart in Anjali Mudra in prayer. And bring your hands to your forehead to go forward from here with kind and loving thoughts. Bring your hands to your mouth to go forward from here with kind and loving words. And bring your hands back to your heart to go forward from here with kind and loving actions. Gently open the eyes. Give me a big smile. Thank you for moving your body with me today, yogis. Take care. Thanks.